William Galbraith Rollo Stuart Bruce, greatest author of my generation, GAOMG. I wrote about this in 2006 when I wrote my first book about my ancestors that were all Bruce brothers and didn't even know it. Is that my ancestors that I have written about in my books all fought and suffered pursuing their dreams, just as I am doing now, as I try to become the greatest author of my generation, which I am, and we've all closed it out. I found out who I really am. I wrote about the name changes. I asked my biological father, who are we? We're not Mitchners. We're not best. Who are we? What comes before these crazy name changes? He didn't know. I use 21st century technology, print on demand to write my books, no matter what. The force of the Bruce made me write books, regardless if anybody else. I had to do this, and I have to do it. You have to tell your story, no matter what, dude. Don't let anybody stop you from creating whatever you're passionate about. Anyway, I wrote about it. It's like your grandfather sailed under captain known throughout the seas, Captain William Kidd, and your grandfather was known as William the Wolfhound Mitchener. My jaw dropped. He changed his surname from Mitchener to Best in order to rid his past and piracy, to not be captured as a pirate. So I already wrote that, and I connect it with my trilogy now that I'm writing, and I just need my validation that I am the first and only known living descendant of Robert the Bruce, King of Scots. So this is all my Y-DNA. I published it on Wattpad. Everybody can go on this. It's under Real Naked Author, which I'm not going. This was when I first started out making a name for myself. That stupid surname, Mitchener, it's all I's, and it's stupid and takes way too long to spell. No one's going to remember that. Naked Author, everybody remembers that. So that's just another reason. Also, I'm naked in the literary sense, no big publisher or literary agent, so on and so forth. So anyway, this is my Y-DNA, and you can go and look at it. Robert the Bruce threw me in the 21st century. It starts out the Stuart Bruce dynasty. Rollo, I just showed you yesterday's clip. You can see it in my Y-DNA. That's Rollo's, snip, his Y-DNA. And it shows Scotland too. It's pretty dope. Look at what I did yesterday. But this is all the proof. Just copy all of this, paste it in the chat GPT. It'll tell you who I am. My Y-DNA will never change. I'm always going to be a descendant from Robert the Bruce, from Rollo, always, for the rest of my life. And Alasdair MacDonald is the only person who's separating me from my Stuart cousin of Bute. I didn't know that University of Strathclyde gave Alasdair MacDonald the power to keep Royal Stuarts separated. My cousin is descended from Alexander Stewart, the Wolf, and I'm descended from Sir John the Black Stewart, Sheriff of Bute. Anyway, it talks about I'm descended from Rollo, the Duke of Normandy, and then it goes through, confirms noble Norman status, all of my snips, Viking, all of my Viking snips, and then all mixed intermarriage with Alan Fitzflod. And that's why all my Robert the Bruce that I'm descended from directly all gets intertwined through all my Y-DNA. And I go through his grandson. So anyway, here's all the snips, Fitzflod, Bruce connection. Then it talks about, it's so beautiful. It tells a story of the Bruce, how he came from Normandy to Scotland and all the intermarriages. When I saw Alan Fitzflod and everything, I couldn't believe it, in Normandy. And I have the proof right here. And then when I got to Scotland and Sir James Douglas came up, there's no question. I am the first and only known living descendant of Robert the Bruce, King of Scots. And the proof, I already have the FGC 78762. And I have William Stewart of Fennock, his Y-DNA that confirms everything. And it's just one person right now. I need your help, dude. Email him and tell him to validate me. I mean, he's the only This just goes all the Royal Stuart markers. You can check all of my Royal Stuart SNPs with Royal Stuarts right now. And all my Stewart of Bute, these DNA from confirmed Robert the Bruce descendants. I have their DNA all intertwined in me, which is remarkable, unreal, greatest thing in my life, I just want to get down. There's all my SNPs that you have. And then I have it from living my cousins and stuff. Here, SNP Y14197, confirmed by Alasdair Stewart, the Wolf of Fennock. I'm one of the admins, Alasdair Stewart, Wolf of Fennock Project, and was intrigued by your email. I'm also positive for this Y-DNA. We both share it because it comes from Robert II, who's the legitimate grandson of Robert the Bruce. BY11979. We're all a group of Stewarts, and I have a different surname as well, Thompson, and now we know Michener. And then from another one, another admin, he talks about, like, I have my cousin. He's like, I have reviewed your kit. I see that you have ordered the big Y700, which is great. I also see in your family friend finder, you have a Stewart cousin. So I have a cousin. We're both Royal Stuarts of Bute, and the only person keeping me from meeting my cousin, my same royalty, is one dude, Alasdair MacDonald. So I need your help, everybody, man. Email this dude. Like, this should be the most exciting thing. Scotland, you have Robert the Bruce, back from June 7, 1329. Today, 21st century, all me. So everybody, go under Real Naked Author, Wattpad, and read, copy and paste all of my Y-DNA. Put it on any AI you want. Chat GPT. It'll tell you who I am. No Michener, no Bess, all Bruce and Bute, Stewarts of Bute. So it's all here. And I have a living cousin. I'm going to go to Scotland and I can't see my Royal Stuart cousin because of Alasdair MacDonald. That is going to be a show. To meet my cousin that grew up knowing he's a Royal Stuart his whole life. And then me. I would love to see how we both do. Does he look like me? Is he a doppelganger? Like, what is this like? Us meeting each other that are both royalty Stuarts descended from Robert II. That's pretty incredible. So I'm really excited about that. And I was also, if you do like rate the date, I was on a TV show on Bravo. It was that Millionaire Matchmaker thing. And this is what I want to propose to everybody at Bravo TV. It's so nice to me. And they contacted me during the pandemic. And I was about to go to prison because the ex-wife said she would waive child support if I agreed for her to move to Maryland. She moves to Maryland and then demands child support. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't have lawyers when I was only 22 years old at the wedding to tell me what my legal rights are. That's when I lost my jobs, then I lost my passport and everything. But Bravo reached out to me. They were going to fly me to Portugal to be on a show to a chance to win $1 million. I could have used that $1 million a lot during the pandemic. Anyway, this is a show that I want to pitch to Bravo. Everybody at NBC Universal, everybody was so nice to me and reaching out to me again. That's me with my books. No other contestant brought his books that he actually wrote and trilogies with name changes that he proved that he's the first and only known paternal descendant of Robert the Bruce, King of Scots. This is my pitch, Bravo, NBC Universal. Let's take a show, follow me to Scotland to meet my cousin from Alasdair Stewart, the Wolf of Fennock, and me, descended from Sir John Black Stewart, down to William Stewart of Fennock. Let's meet each other. What are we like, dude? Can the guy fight? Does he do like boxing, MMA? Like what? Anyway, this is very exciting. everybody go on Wattpad, Real Naked Author, and copy and paste all my DNA. I mean, it's proven. Yeah, I am the first and only known living descendant of Robert the Bruce, King of Scots. And I'm writing it all in my second trilogy that connects to my first. So, cheers.